Just grabbing a quick word with Dave Northfield after today's 1-0 defeat here at Didcot Town. Dave, difficult afternoon. Obviously, we can try and pick fault in certain. Well, the pitch wasn't probably the best surface we'll probably play on this season, but I don't think we can probably use that as an excuse for our defeat, can we?
No, not in the slightest. The pitch in the end was fine. Look, if you want to come along and moan about it, you can, and we turned up. But it's, you know, we played them far worse than that in previous seasons, so that's not an excuse. I mean, no, there is no excuse, and we just spoke to the boys just now about it. You know, the thing is, without that, we don't do the figures, but I would suggest that we were probably 60–40% of possession. But if I'm really honest here, we've made one real good chance for Alex in the first half. We made a very good chance in the second half where he's headed against the foot of the post. But our decision making in the final third and our you know, what it is about our game, I think we failed to do today. I mean, that's, you know, credit to them. By the way, let's be first and foremost. I thought they were excellent, the way they worked, the way they defended, and got bodies to balls. If it was in the air, they won a header. If there was a tackle, they made a tackle. They passed it better than us. You know, that's something it's not often I would allude to against us, but I thought they were probably more simple with what they did, but they did it better than us today. So, you know, let's take nothing away. They were. We've got to be better than that. You know, we've got one big component this moment, if you like, in Charlie. That can't be a reason for us not coming here and getting a result. Look, it does slightly unhinge how we play, because it means we have to take Laurie and put him in the sitting role, whereas Charlie does that, and Laurie is very difficult to pick with his late runs. So it does upset us a little bit, but blimey, if we're going to use that as an excuse, we are scraping the barrel.
You alluded to the fact that the quality wasn't quite there in the final third today. Would you say that that's been a component of the last sort of two games at least? Because I think we've gone from creating lots of chances in games, and as a result we've scored 2–3 goals in games, and now we've not scored for 2 games.
Yeah,
is it a fair
yeah, it's 100%. It's what we just spoke about, and it is, and I can't. We've got to find what the reason is. I mean, I can't quite put my finger on it. We think, as I just spoke to him there, you know, we think we've improved our attacking players, because George has now come back, Kean's now been available every game, and we're making choices for, you know, every week we change it up. And he's starting one, he's not starting one, so we're changing things slightly up. There isn't an excuse. It's quite strange, because we were, look, teams, because we want to keep the ball a lot, and we do, and even today we keep the ball, we look to play, and that sets teams up differently against us now. Maybe the first half a dozen games of the season, teams were, you know, it was a little bit, they'll ever go, we'll ever go, and of course because of that they may leave gaps for us to play in. And again, like I said, we credit them. They didn't give us that room today. We didn't get that room last week, and we barely got any room against Romania, but we managed to pickpocket and get our 1 goal against Romania. And today they've done the same. You know, they're putting up the banks. They're making it difficult for us. Maybe it's that. Maybe sides are watching us, and they're making them decisions with us. We've just got to get it right. I think we're going to need to change our shape a little bit, which I think we will do for next week. We've got to change. We need to change, and maybe we've got 1 or 2 of the personnel we've got to change up. But
I actually thought. I mean, up until they scored, I thought we were on top.
Yeah.
In the first half, as well, I felt whilst it was pretty even in the first 2/3 of the pitch, and I thought it last week as well. In the first 2/3 of the pitch, I thought we were pretty good. But it's just that final ball. Yeah. I think it's just that final decision in the final third that's just letting us down.
I agree. Look, first half again, I felt we had most of the ball, most of the play. They were restricted to a few breaks. The 9 up front was a pest. He worked us hard, but we We was fairly comfortable in possession. And you're right, you know, but at the same time, for all of that, I mean, I thought we finished the half strong, by the way. We started to really cause us the problems on the right-hand side, which you think is going to give you the stepping stone to come out the second half and go on from that, which I thought we started the second half well. But we're still not. It's almost like where we had 3 touches before, we're having 4 and 5. It's maybe that, and once you start doing that, and you're almost trying. We're getting a little bit like, not that I'm comparing us, but when Arsenal went through a phase where they wanted to walk it in the net, and we're a little bit like that at the moment, rather than creating an opportunity. I mean, did we have a shot from the edge of the box? One, I think we had today, when probably Alex should be rolling Tom Coles.
I think when we were behind, we almost went too much the other way, and we're trying to toss the ball forward too quickly, and I felt that played into their hands a little. I thought they were excellent defensively and very good in the air. Yeah,
I thought they gobbled all that up, and that's not us. I said again the same thing, that you know, if we're going to put Bondi up at 9, expecting to win big towering headers, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Put it into his feet, he rolled it up, and he could play off it. Even then, we didn't get into his feet, you see. So the old boy's looking at running behind. He's fit. I don't think he got a scrap, let alone scraps. So it's so difficult. It's so difficult at times. And I say we've not been behind in many games. So all of a sudden we've thrown something different at us. And like you said, at that point, I can only see us winning. Until they scored, I thought, you know, we're going to either come away with a point here, or we're going to win the game, because we'll create our opportunity and take it, and we'll win the game. But we never did in time, and they opened us up with a cross-field ball. Fair to the guys, steamed it.
Yeah, it was a great finish with it. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, mate. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll go again next week.
There we go.